Hello, happy, healthy, most vibrant, and authentic collective. So, take three. We got judgment, judgment call, either needed to be made, has been made. Either way, the divine is making the judgment call if the other individual could not make the judgment call themselves. Okay? Um, sorry. The energy is like, I really am trying to get this out there, you guys. I picked up on espionage. I picked up on triangulation. I picked up on, neighbors having involvement on even just your safety, like reporting back. But I've also picked up that this imposter, right, this doodle bob, this wannabe, this emperor in the reverse energy that was supposed to come in and tell you a truth, instead of doing that, they were like sending you weird messages. Like, they were just beating around the bush and they were never getting to the point about things, Um, for some of you, I'm even picking up that you may have even moved across the country and this individual is still like stalking you, gang stalking you at that, and has paid off probably everyone you know. Everyone that you like live with, if you live like in a communal area, or like everyone that you work with. Like, this person has gotten into the minds of others and really convinced them of things, and then these people get to know you and then they fall in love with you, and then they're like, I'm taking your money, but you're an idiot. That was your loss. So no, I'm not helping you. No one's helping this person. No one can find this person. Doja Cat. Doja Cat came out. Shadow aspects, chaos and fear. Paint the town red. They'd rather be infamous instead, okay? Because that's what's about to happen. If you can think it, it's out there. It's out there. And this person has a very difficult time forgiving them, like, their own self. Their own self. And they're mystified at how the hell everyone around them is like picking up on healing. And it's like, because everyone's learning from the divine collective in one way or another, because they have the actual willpower to want to. Maybe this individual just doesn't have a soul. The Tower. Let me ask. Yeah. Okay. Spirit, has this Tower already happened, or is this about to happen? Please. It's a barrier. No, it's happened, child. Childlike, loving, and solar plexus healing. So this person is like probably checked into a mental institution. If no one can get a hold of them and they can't be found in hospitals, jails, and stuff like that, they're going to prison. They're going to prison for defamating your character, for triangulating you, for also, wow. So this individual was attempting to frame you for a crime that they knew you didn't even commit. They just were jealous of you. Espionage, I'm telling you, I picked that shit up in the air. This person has hired people to follow you, study you, and then it's honestly, that's why you have so many fucking imposters that I just looked over down at this card, imposter syndrome, is because this person is just like painting you out, like the defamation of character is just painting you out to be this like monster. And it's like, maybe you were a monster with them. Maybe you were giving them a taste of what they gave to you because you had enough of it before you left. Because I'm really picking up on this collective that, like, you left. You left the situation because you brought enough love into it that you lost yourself in it. And, like, you had no choice but to walk away. And this person just, like, wants to have the blame game on you and pin it on you because they don't want to, like, do the inner work. So, but I'm also getting that, like, excuse me, there is also, like, brain trauma, there's head trauma, and then there's also reproductive organ trauma. So that could really be, I mean, I'm hearing, syphilis all up and down, like, ding, 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 ding. So that could be a possibility too, having syphilis I don't want to say the thing. I don't know. After getting flagged on my other video for pretty much saying the same thing about calling these stalemates out, because it's on both sides of the divine. It's like the divine masculine has this stalker as well that maybe they slept with, maybe they didn't, but they can't get past. There's nothing there. There's like no weight. There's nothing to hold onto in that, and they're totally just like running away from it, but not running away. Like, this person has an image to uphold, so they do it because not out of like a mask, but because they don't want to hurt anybody either. So I totally understand that. But then we also have this other stalemate from the divine feminine side that is just like, that's where I mean, the divine masculine could have dealt with this too, but I'm really picking up on the espionage, and I'm wondering at this point, Spirit, is divine, okay, are these stalemates working together? Do they know who the divine union is? Please, Spirit, would you please? Thank you. The Lover's card. They know. They know. They know. They know something. They may not know it all, or maybe they think they know something, but they know something, and it's enough for them to want to stop the union. Because it's not a union of convenience. This is a union. This is a God-ordained union, and it's going to last. Yeah, you guys are a threat to their mission and all their lies, all their they were on demon time, bro. You're a threat to their demon time. Oh my goodness, you guys. I'm just like, podcast. So some of you may be even talking about this on your podcast. Picking up on lower vibe attachments on a podcast. That's interesting, because I picked up on that energy earlier when I was watching a replay of someone else's podcast. I could just see like the phony in the person that they were interviewing, and I was just like, really? You're of the divine. That creature's not. Okay, interesting. So then for that to come out right now, yeah, guys, come on. Divine podcast about these lower vibe attachments. I'm not joking you. You guys are working on something that is, that's why it's I mean, it's already going to be public because it's RICO crimes, because this stalemate that like has been paying people to spy on you and to like harm you and to end you and to, you know, do all these things. Spirit has them running crop circles. Well, you're in alignment to your wish fulfillment, your abundance, your lover's union, your children union, your 444 life, okay? Your home life, your career, your everything. Because I feel like for this creative collective I have here, you are someone that you go above and beyond because that's all you know. You don't know anything different. And when people are jealous of that, you don't understand it because you feel like if I'm capable of it, you are too. And so you have miscommunication right off the grid because they don't see themselves the way you see them. Okay? I don't know where I was going with that. But again, I haven't slept in like 2 days now, so the energy's really, it's exposing a lot. There's a lot of uploads and downloads and like aha moments, and then just channeling as much as I have been more often, like consistently, is something, you know, I've been challenging myself to do more of. And Spirit's just saying, don't fuck with an oracle because of the divine protection. You don't know who you're messing with until it's too late. And then we have Gemini here sticking out, I think. Yeah, that's what you get for thinking, right? That's what you get for thinking instead of just asking. You know, it's so funny. It's like Gemini is the communication the communicator, right? And instead of like communicating and asking, or communicating and being like, yo, this is what the fuck has been going on in life, and like, you have nothing to do with it, but you have everything to do with it because of me, unfortunately. You know, you would think that the person sitting in this, but because they're in their south node, they can't. They can't. Plus that demon they got on them, boy. Ooh wee. Ooh. That thing's, oh my god. Wow. Thank you, Spirit, but I don't want to smell that right now. I'm telling you. Earlier I did a reading where it makes my stomach turn. So like, people could be getting sick around this individual. Oh my god, I'm seeing like Dobry, like, hey, my precious. You know, like literally, like decrepit. Wow. Director's cut. It's the final cut. It's the final countdown. Diva acting no remorse. So like, okay, I'll do it. I feel like this person has walked in to a mental institution, okay? For some of you, it's near you. And for others of you, it's definitely not where all of this happened. I'm picking up Texas, and I'm picking up New York. I'm picking up Tampa, Florida. Yeah, I'm picking up on those 3 places, at least for right now, okay? Where this person could have, like, gone, checked themselves in, and clearly people can see there's something wrong with them because they have people coming after them. They owe a lot of fucking money. They owe so much money, you guys. It's like not even sediment. So I know sediment means like when something settles to the bottom. Oh my gosh. So this person is just like drowned. They're drowning. I mean, they're past resuscitation. I don't even know. That demon is keeping them alive right now, you guys. I'm not kidding you. That demon is keeping them alive long enough for them to see your justice. That is, wow. Trigger warning. You know, if you really, like, you know, at the end of the day, flesh is flesh. You make memories with those things, right? With the flesh, with the person that you once knew. And when you see anyone go downhill, especially to this extreme, it hurts. It hurts. And if it doesn't hurt you, that's okay. It doesn't have to hurt you. But at least for people that, like, have that different, you know, feeling spectrum, it hurts. It really does. Because I see where it's unnecessary. You know what I mean? Because you just needed a little bit of communication. You just needed to ask a question or 2 or 3. And you did. You asked a couple of them. And you weren't settled with it. So you wanted to go off on your own and ask other people that didn't even know the Divine Collective like that, okay? They knew them, a fragment of them, but they didn't know them. So for some of you, this could be an ex-boss that was just obsessed with you and wouldn't even leave you, and married at that, and wouldn't even leave you alone. For others of you, this could be like an ex-relationship, you know, intimate relationship or not. It could have been a friendship. Could have been a coworker, colleague, non-binary, physical imprisonment. Yeah, this person's either avoiding physical imprisonment by imprisoning themselves in a mental, and that's their case. That's their plan right now. I'm calling you out. That's your plan. I know it. You're gonna claim crazy, and yeah, because of the grudges by the wrongdoers. You know, and honestly, your actions have shown that you're mentally not stable, but you had many of chances to get help with that. So I think, like, no, I call judgment on that immediately, actually. And no, you don't get to claim that. You don't get to claim that. Because being, no, you don't get to claim that. I'm sorry. I only F with the good times. Exactly. I only F with the truth. And the truth is, you had plenty of opportunities to get help, and rather than getting help, you were fake paying people. You were paying them with IOUs that you knew you weren't going to be able to pay them back in order to destroy someone's life because of how you felt inside. So you tell me what part of that deserves to go to a mental institution. No. That was all planned. That's not like a passion, a heated passion of crime or something, or crime of passion. No sé cómo se dice. I'm fucking dyslexic, and it's like 5 o'clock in the morning on day 2.5 of no sleep. So that's like, honestly, that's the energy of this person. This person is projecting so powerfully because of how much fear they're in right now. They're stagnant in fear. They cannot feel anything other than fear and like themselves dying. Like literally, and only literally, because they refuse to let the ego go. Suffer the loss. Yeah, the Orion, from the Orion. Freaking Mind of the Reptilians. If you know anything about the reptilians in the Orion constellation, that shit was under war for like ever. So I feel like that's where this individual, or this energy that's attached to this individual that is fits in your story, that's where they're going back to. That's where they're being summoned back to, is the Orion constellation, to go and go battle, because that's what they wanted to do out here. So it's like, no, there's a battleground for that. Actually, there's a whole planet for that. Let's send you there, because ain't nobody gonna miss that ish here. So let's send you to where that can be applied, right? There's a time and a place and a thing for everything. And that's why there is no such good thing as good and bad. There just is. It's perception that makes it good and bad. But there is literally a time and a place and a thing for everything to happen. So go back to your constellation and go to war with people that want to go to war. Because on this planet, we're pushing for love. We're pushing for authenticity. We're pushing for organic. We're pushing for health. We're pushing for, building one another up and supporting one another and knocking down territories that shouldn't be. And that begins with energies like this. Manifesting. So this individual has been really trying to manifest you. If not, they've been manifesting like, oh, I see. So some of you may have come into like this phase where you just wanted to self-delete all the time. You didn't know why you were feeling that way, and it was this individual. It was their energy the whole time. And if you were intimate with them in a way where you even exchange like secrets, that's an intimacy, okay? That's trust in a form, some kind of form. So even if it's just like, if it was your ex-boss and it was a secret or something like that, and you guys kept that from like your other boss, his wife, or something like that. That's just an example, but like I feel like they were pushing and projecting their self-deletion thoughts onto you, and you just weren't spiritually aware yet. But it was after this that it got you, okay? Because I feel like you were on one where you just wanted to. You were just like determined. I'm getting someone tried at least 4 times, okay? And some of you succeeded and came back. And some of you came back as a walk-in, and others of you didn't, okay? But this individual also has had close calls, and they blame you for it because they can't accept the fact that it was their own karma that came after them for the things that they had done to everybody before you. And then you were just like that cherry that the divine placed on the whipped cream right after the nuts, and it was like, nope, you're done. So I'm getting that this person was in a really big situation where they probably got shot, stabbed, ran over, something drastic, really drowned, something drastic where they had to come back from that and they didn't come back the same. And I'm feeling like this is where the entity attachment got stronger, okay? This evil entity or this negative lower vibe entity attached, and it actually like, oh wow. I don't know if you guys are familiar with any of the Spider-Man movies, but like where the Spider-Man, I think it's the third one, where there's like that black icky tar stuff or whatever. That's what I'm seeing that latched on to this individual while they were in a state of like comatose. Yeah, they've been using domination magic for a while, and they do have an STD because the STD free is in the reverse on the back. They've been using domination magic. They wanted you to submit to them, so they knew what they were doing. You may have not known that they were into the dark arts, but they knew what they were doing, and they summoned this entity. This is a family thing. Oh god, this is a fucking family cult. Are you kidding me? Sorry, I didn't see that one coming. Maybe some of you will get that joke. I love you, Spirit, the High Priestess, when I said I didn't see that coming. So yeah, confirmation right here. This is a family that is a cult, okay? They do occult rituals. They do most likely do sex magic. They most likely have incestual sex magic rituals. Yeah. This makes so much sense now. When you protect me in the spirit, I protect you even stronger in the physical. So this is a different energy. I'm getting this could be kids, or this could be like someone that you're just close to. It could be your divine counterpart. It could even be your divine counterpart's kids, letting you know that when you pray for them, they also are able to help you. Wow. Thank you so much for allowing me to deliver that, because that's special, you guys. That's really special. Like, if you have a really good bond with your stepchildren in the spirit and it hasn't even happened yet in the physical, the feeling of that is just euphoric. It's euphoric. Love spell. It's a love spell. Thank you, Spirit. You're on a roll today. Whatever hour this is right now. I am tired, you guys. I'm not even gonna front. I am really tired, but I'm like, I can't. I'm not hungry. I'm not tired. I'm not anything. And I'm really feeling like this person is projecting, their energy. And this is what they're going through. Only they're going through it in a really bad way. You're going through it, you're feeling the projection of it, but you have your methods and modalities of how to remedy it. Not to band-aid it, but to actually get rid of it. Okay, it does come back, but you at least can get rid of it for a time. Egg cleansing. Grab an egg, wash it, put it in a cup with some water and some salt for 20 minutes, leave it to cleanse. And then, I double up. I hold one in my left hand, and I do the cleansing with my right hand, and then when I need to do, I swap. So, and I don't even fucking look at the eggs. I don't read the eggs no more. I don't give a shit what the eggs read anymore. I just go and I throw them outside somewhere where I'm not gonna ever go again. That's what I do. Or I dig a hole and throw them in there and then cover that shit back in. Because I cannot. I'm telling you, there is ways to rid of these things, but this energy itself, because of how divine you are, and this lower vibe, that attachment that's attached to this vessel that you once knew, I rebuke that in the name of Jesus. I rebuke that in the name of all that is sacred and holy and all that is of the Most High and all that is of love, of the unconditional type. No, thank you. Mm-mm. Nope. Mm-mm. No. No. Then that's that. Mm-mm. No, thank you. Mm-mm. That's a hell no for me, dog. And I'm channeling like crazy. This entity is actually revealing itself to me a lot, like uncomfortably a lot, and I rebuke it. I rebuke you. Thank you. The Fool. This. Yeah, that lower vibe has them very. I'm even like discombobulated from that little bit of interaction. So can you imagine this thing morphing into you, and the brain fog that you have from that? Yeah, the Fool. It'll make you a fucking fool. But they were hoping that you would take that leap of faith with them, because they wanted you to suffer, with the STD that they're suffering with. Wow. Wow! You're fucking kidding me. That's a fucking crime, bro. That's a crime against human rights. This motherfucker was sleeping with people on purpose and sending them towards you. What the fuck? Wow. I call judgment immediately. Y'all might have to go to your local authorities, because I'm really picking up that this individual has even followed you. And they've only followed you because they've hired people to come find you. And they have people actually living in your area, not to fearmonger you. And obviously this resonates for me, so it's like, just keep it cool like a cucumber. Just be aware of your surroundings. Don't let nobody fucking touch you, okay? Don't let nobody touch you, because that's what they're going to go and try and do. They're going to try to get you sick with something. They're either with a needle. These people are on drugs, okay? No one in their right mind is going to take a fucking demonic ass mission like this, okay? These motherfuckers are all on demon time. Be aware, okay? Really. I know that you're like love and light and you're all this and stuff like that, but right now you really need to fucking be aware, because there's things going on that we haven't even been able to tap in to channel and relay yet, because of how grand and severe that they are. We have eternal love. Eternal love, tie me up. Yeah, this person is fucking delusional. They think that you put a love spell on them. And so they were like doing that to you. But I mean, it only worked out in your favor, because you've been attacked from multiple sources, like your entire life. Like, I'm getting Truman Show vibes. So whatever this individual was doing, on top of whatever everyone else was doing, it was like they were all just like fucking Harry Potters with wands and back and forth out. And you're just in the middle, balanced and centered and zen. And you're like, again, why is my stomach hurting? Why do I have a little bit of brain fog? Why, something to do with teeth as well. Someone could have lost some teeth. Someone could have a tooth infection. I'm picking up something to do with, someone could have like gotten rid of a body and someone's like finding teeth. Thank you, espionage. Someone went and spilled the beans on this, and maybe it was this individual. All I know is that there's a cover-up of a body, and teeth were pulled out, and someone knew where those teeth were, or someone was holding on to those teeth, okay? And that's what's identifying the body, and that's why this individual has to go lock themselves into a mental institution, because they are afraid of getting locked in prison, and then they're also afraid of the people that they fucked over. Oh my god. Heightened emotional intelligence. Thank you, Spirit. That was you guys, my channeling right now is you may be noticing, like, excuse me. Thank you, Spirit. I just got the clarification on why I haven't been tired too, is because I've been channeling so much, so consistently, that my emotional intelligence has heightened. So yours may be feeling that way, but if you guys are tapping in more, You're noticing that. You're noticing that, or you're either, if you're feeling really exhausted, it's because, baby, you need, your spiritual hygiene needs an up. That's what that is. Because usually when you channel source, okay? Because you might channel other things that will make you tired too, even if your spiritual hygiene is okay. Depending on how experienced you are and knowledgeable and I don't want to say strong, but how well your vessel can handle that energy coming through it. Okay, you don't want to just go and channel anything and bring it to you. Okay, you want to make sure you study it. You want to make sure you give it an offering. You want to make sure there's steps to these things. Okay, you guys, there's steps to these. You can't just, and I feel like I'm explaining this because this is maybe something that this individual or a lot of individuals that were doing, like sex magic, for example, while they were spreading STDs around. Oh, God. Sorry, that got me. I'm feeling like these people were just like Googling stuff. They didn't know what they were doing. It wasn't coming from, innate abilities. It wasn't a natural way of doing it. It was forced. They had to like research it and then like concoct it and like botch it, and oh God, I'm getting like, what's that movie, The Goonies? I'm so sorry. It was one of those. It was one of those, but it was not a good one of those. You know what I mean? It was not a good one of those. Cherish eternity. Embrace others' differences. So bringing love into the situation and just being grateful that you're still alive, because this individual has tried everything, and I'm really feeling like you're not the only one they've tried doing this to. And I'm feeling like possibly other times this has succeeded for them. Taste so smooth it'll make your nips hard, and that's not a commonality for you. Okay, so Spirit's saying like the worst of this is done. This is just an update of like what this stalemate is going through. So if you're feeling some type of way, or if you're feeling like, if people are contacting you and like being like, hey, have you seen so and so, and like you're afraid or something, just know that you are safe, you are protected, and I'm sending you so much angelic protection from the highest realms right now. I'm asking for the seraphim and the cherubim to come in and please guide you, protect you, shield you, especially through your slumber, especially through your naps, okay, and through your meditations, and any evil eye directed at you, may it go blind, okay? Anything malintended in your direction, may it just fall. That's it. That's as simple as that. May it just fall, please, and thank you. Annual ritual. Yeah, so again, picking up on this cult family thing, I'm feeling like they made this an annual ritual thing where, who knows? Oh my God. And the other night I had a dream that I was at a party at a specific Comenian Bove place, which I have not seen in the physical, but I knew exactly where I was when I was in astral, and I was seeing masks. It was like one of those rituals, where everyone wears masks and nothing else. Those type of things. And then, like innocent, scared, tortured souls are brought in to do these rituals. That's what I'm picking up on with this family. That's what they have ties into. Whether they knew it or not, they're fucking finding out now. Let me tell you. And if I'm the one to break it, sorry, not sorry. Authenticity, yeah. You stood in your authenticity, and they stood in theirs. Unfortunately, theirs was a mask. I love your magical perspectives. I feel undeniably protective over your safety. So we have the divine and, higher forces coming in, just letting you know how protected you really are. This could even be your divine counterpart watching after you. You don't know who the fuck. You don't know. If these motherfuckers are watching you, imagine who the fuck is watching them. Yeah, exactly. God sees all. God sees all. That's that. I'm irked. I'm really irked because I am of love and light, and so like when you irk me, it's for a really good reason. It's like a really legitimate reason because I know people that have dealt with chronic pain their entire life and they go to the doctor and they get gaslit AF for decades and then they just learn to live with that pain all the time, constantly, all the time. And being gaslit on top of that and not having the relief for it. That's what I feel like this individual has been experiencing. But at the same time, it's because that's what they put you through. They put you through so much intolerable pain, insurmountable amounts of pain, and they expected you to go. You were not supposed to be here in their eyes. You were not. So then when you didn't succumb to the original plan that they had for you, that's when they became addicted to your energy. And that's where the trouble really, like, the waters got real choppy. And then the storm just hit after that. You know what I mean? It's just uncontrollable. If you've seen The Wolf of Wall Street and you've seen when they're on the boat, that's what I'm talking about. Only no survivors. Trust, I'm determined in our divine union. So we have divine feminine. So, like, I could be speaking to the divine masculines, and the divine feminine is letting you know, trust, I'm determined in our divine union, because maybe, like, you were feeling, like, confused or conflicted, or, like, this was not, like, the doubt, whatever, okay? Maybe there was doubts. I don't know. Divine feminine is all in. I'm not, I said that message earlier, too, so the protection thing, that's what it is. You guys are protecting one another in the spirit, but also in the physical. You guys are making moves. You guys are helping one another. So really pray for one another and give gratitude to one another. Extra. What else, Spirit? Sacred union. Yeah, so this is just bringing in the sacred union, honestly, because this is some bullshit. And it's been going on for far too long. Ain't nobody give a damn because everyone was in on it. It's just really disgusting. And I just can't wait to go live on my property. On my property. Far, 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 far away. And then away some more from all of this. All of this. All of this. Okay? Full body armor activated, exactly. That's what I will be making sure I have at all times. Also, pray for that full body armor to be activated for your children, for your stepchildren, for your parents, if you have, you know, a good relationship with them, for all your relationships. Just really cover it all. Just really pray for everybody. If you want to make it easier on yourself, pray for everybody. Just ask Source to give everyone the same grace, the same love, the same resilience, the same strength, you know, like, get creative with your prayers, and the more creative you get with them, the more tapped in your heart space you'll be, the more frequency you will emit in your words, and, like, those prayers, man, let me tell you, if I really, because I, like, casted to go to, or not casted, but, like, I, applied to be on, a discovery show where you're just, like, you got your goods out for a whole month, and you're just surviving off of, like, the land, you know? And so when I did that, I was like, I am... Sorry, I was channeling something simultaneously. So, if I would have known then what I know now, and, like, if they would have asked me what I wanted to take with me on that, I would have said, a pen and paper. Okay? Because I'm like the magician. I will manifest shit like nobody's business. My cutoff game, like nobody's business. Because my manifestations, my prayers, and my affirmations, that's my survival. It really is. That's my clarity. That's my balance. That's my everything. So I'm picking up on a collective that also takes that very serious. I'm seeing the 369 method, and I'm seeing individuals actually having like timers and alarms set to wake up or to take a break or to stop what they're doing in order to transition into their manifestation rituals. That's so beautiful. I love that. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. You connect to yourself when you do that. You remind yourself of your power and who you are and who you came to be and what you want, what you strive for, what you want for the world. I mean, it's just like you're connecting to God. You're connecting to the source within. It's magical. And you know, if people would do this more often or more consistent or like more people would be doing this, there would be less of the le fool energy going around, and not the leap of faith fool, but like the one that just got completely overridden by a like black blob. Okay, if you build it, they shall come. Again, building. I just said that in an earlier message about how the divine union, they want to build, and they don't care what it is as long as it's done ethically. They just want to build together. Okay, I mean, there's going to be certain things in focus, but it's like, nah, there's things in the work. Director's cut. And reverberate. I always hit the other way that I just said it. Reverberate. So like what you're building is going to affect the planet in a way where everyone's going to feel it in a good way, in a great way. That's what this sacred union is bringing in. And that's what this fucking demon is trying to to get in the way of. Because that's all they can do. They can, you know, try to harm or delete the divine union players. So just be aware of that as well. That's why we want to pray up. But what else, Spirit? Love spells sticking out to me. What about this love spell? What's going on with this love spell? They just thought you had a love spell over them? Or they keep trying a love spell? Angelic assistance. So cut cords. And you know what? You don't even have to cut cords with a person. You can just be like, I cut cords to whatever love spell someone is trying to inflict on me or send my way, or however you word it. Yeah. From this parasitic infection, demonic possession. So this STD is making this individual really lose their shit. Yeah, their mental oppression. Holy cow. I can't be sitting in this energy for long. I'm not sitting in this energy for long. Is there anything else, Spirit? I'd like to wrap it up now. Please. Floral scented. So someone... what is it? How's that saying? Dead something flowers. I have no idea how that fucking saying is. It's pretty much like slow ringing, bringing in flowers or some shit like that. It's like a funeral saying. But I don't know what it is. I've never said it before. I've only heard it a couple times. But that's what that reminds me of, the floral scented. So like someone placing roses on a coffin. I really highly prophesize that this individual is not going to make it out. You guys, they're not going to make it out. Asia, something to do with Asia. Again, isolation. So they can even be in like China. Highly valued. Dry, sour, salty, dirty. ¿Qué quiere decir con este highly valued? Floral scented, highly valued in Asia. Ah. So whatever little money they did have that they were supposed to pay others with, that they like took off with, and they're MIA now. Possibly in Asia. I'm picking up China, Hong Kong, China. Highly valued there, right? Because no one knows them there. No one knows them there. I'm getting like mad scientist vibes, like fucking like a German exterminator. Yeah, I said it. I said it. A German exterminator. Yeah. Because that's what they would do in the Holocaust, right? They were exterminating people. I don't care what you call them. They were people. Okay? And that's what this individual. Ah, bet. I'm getting this individual is like a reincarnated fucking mad scientist like that. Like for real, for real. Which is funny because their brother was actually titled a mad scientist because they make music. So, I mean, the signs were all there, I guess. Trust, believe, intuition on point. Signs were always there. Intuition on point, baby. I can't make it up. I cannot make it up. Floral scented. Okay, so this individual. Yeah, I gotta get that energy off. Thank you. Yeah, no. Nope. Bitches, no. You guys, I can't make this up. Bouquet of rare flowers and then the floral scented. You guys. Oh, God. I feel like this has to do with the infiltration that they hired, the espionage that they hired. Okay, this person may have worn a flower or floral scented oil or, you know, fragrance on their body or on their clothes, or they just smelled like fucking a walking flower bomb. I don't know, but just show up, walking only by faith and not by sight, cloaking invisibility. So don't trust the flowers. Don't trust the flowers. Don't trust the flowers. And if you're of the divine, do not send any flowers. That's how you'll know. That's how you'll know. This person's planning on sending in flowers. And what do you do when you get flowers? What do you think is going to happen to you then? Croak. Yeah. I see you, boo. I see you. Mysterious and sensual. That's how we keep it, baby. We keep it light. We keep it fun. Isolation was face down. So this person's face down in isolation, I know. Holy cow. This is insane, you guys. I can't even. Fucking something about money. Isolating that money. You know what, though? At the end of the day, this individual tried, like, to do right by you. It's just, like, every plan that was presented to them just seemed like the scapegoat, like, the better option, because they were just really, like, they loved you, and they didn't know how to show it, and they were more embarrassed than anything. So that's why you gotta really just show love. You guys, you gotta really show love to this situation. And it's like, that's what Source has been preparing you for, right? That's why you've been, holy cow, this is a 48-minute video. I'm sorry, guys. This happened on a Tuesday, which was yesterday, or a Wednesday, which is today. So you'll either be hearing, actually, you will be hearing news in the next 3 hours if you're watching this on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. In the next 3 hours, you will be hearing some type of news in regards to this that has nothing to do with tarot. It has nothing, like, you're gonna actually get a letter or a service or an email or a phone call or a text message or someone come and show up in person, because Spirit is like just show up, just show up. So you may even be watching this and be a messenger for somebody, okay? Surrender to the unknown. It is far more better than going back to the same spot you left. Going back to the past is scarier than actually going to your future. Much love, collective. One love.